Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Justin Mahan. The men's basketball team moves on to the semifinal round in the LEC tournament. Inside Owl Athletics' Tyler DeRosa tells us how they got there.
The Little East Conference tournament is here, and Keene faced off against Southern Maine in the first round. Everyone made a positive impact on the court, and it was that cooperation that helped set up this 2 for Ben Olsen. The Owls continued the offensive pressure with help from Jordan Haywood taking the feed from Miguel Prieto for 2 points. Devon Beasley led in scoring, shooting 6 for 6 from beyond the arc for a total of 18 points. The Owls went on to win 92-48. The tournament continues at Eastern Connecticut State. Keene State will be facing off against UMass Boston this Friday. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Tyler DeRosa.
You can keep up with all postseason action at KeenOwls.com. Again, that's KeenOwls.com. The women's basketball team ended their season with a loss to Southern Maine in the LEC quarterfinals. Inside Owl Athletics' Peter Dubois tells us how it happened.
The Owls came up short Tuesday night, eliminating them from the LEC playoff picture. In her last game as an Owl, senior Sandy Purcell led the team with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. A triple by Purcell would give the Owls their first lead of the game in quarter 1, but the Huskies' defense held Keene State to only 1 point in the second quarter. The Owls got back within 7 off the feed from Tatch and the quick layup by Thut. Unfortunately, Keene State's comeback ended there, and the Huskies would win the game 54-45. The women's basketball team will only graduate 1 senior this spring. In the meantime, the rest of the team will prepare for what's to come next season. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Peter Dubois.
The athletic department is working on fundraising once again. The 2018 Fenton Family Dealership Giving Challenge got underway this month. The Fenton Family Dealership kicked off the challenge by donating $2,000. Each team is in charge of fundraising for their own sport. According to Athletic Director Dr. Christine Kelly, athletes are reaching out to family, friends, alum, and KSC faculty and staff.
In order to have strength and conditioning, in order to have some of the new higher level equipment, in order to make some of the trips that they do, fundraising is important. So if they want to be a part of something big, they recognize their need and their desire to be a part of that program and that fundraising initiative.
The Giving Challenge will wrap up at the end of this month, and there is still time to donate. Go to KeenOwls.com and click Donate from the splash page. Again, that's KeenOwls.com and click Donate on the splash page. LEC yearly awards have arrived for winter sports, and the women's swimming and diving team had a great showing. Senior Hope Walsh was named LEC Swimmer of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. She picks up the honor after winning each of her 3 events at the conference championship meet. She is the first swimmer to ever become a 3-time Swimmer of the Year. And freshman Jessica Masota picked up Rookie Diver of the Year. She earned the title after her efforts this season, including being named Rookie Diver of the Week 3 times. Walsh and Masota weren't the only players to shine this week. Sophomore Kyle Shattuck set a new meet, pool, and school record in the 200 butterfly at the New England Intercollegiate Swimming and Diving Championships. The new time of 1 minute and 49 seconds beats Drew Ledwith's 2012 meet record and Cole Hogg's 2015 record of 1 minute 51 seconds. Congratulations to all our awards recipients and record setters. Women's track and field has one player who, after 3 hard years of training and competing, can now call herself a champion. I caught up with her this week to see what it means to hold that title. Year-round players compete to hold the title of champion, but when you fall just short of your goal, you push yourself harder the next season. That's the tale for Brittany Gravelisi. After years of finishing short of first place, she now can call herself a champion. A feeling, she says, is something she had been waiting for.
Never placed first in any event, even in high school, so it's definitely a nice title to have.
Gravelisi says that her love for running started in middle school. She first played on the soccer team. That was before her dad saw something in her that no one else did.
My dad always told me you have some endurance, maybe you should try the track team.
And she did, and she's loved the sport since. And it's that love that pushes her to be the best athlete she can be.
You know, she never misses a practice. She never complains. She never makes excuses. She executes the workouts to the very best of her ability that the coaches give her.
With her enthusiasm, she has become a leader for the team, rallying them together whenever necessary. With 1 more year left in her collegiate career, Coach Pickering says that not only will her hard work pay off, but her attitude will resonate throughout the team as well.
she always has a positive attitude, and that carries over to everybody. And she always is willing to give everything she can to help the team be better when it matters the most. And so, you know, she's really a joy to coach, and more athletes like her, the better.
With the spring season just a few days away, we continue our look at how teams are preparing. We are joined by baseball outfielder Connor Longway to tell us more. Connor, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So the field has snow all over it. Recently with the warm weather, it's just a big muddy mess.
Yeah.
What has the team been doing to train?
Well, we spend most of our mornings in the gym. We have 2 nice cages that drop down, and there's good enough space. Usually no one's in there because we're in there so early. But then the nice days, we've had a few days, I think 2 or 3 where we've gotten out on the turf, which is nice, just to be able to long toss, extend it a little bit, kind of actually get a feel for taking some ground balls, some fly balls that you can't do in the gym, which is the tough thing about New England baseball. But we've been doing a lot of live pitching to get up to speed with, just so we're not kind of caught off guard once we get outside, because usually the first time you get outside on a field is when you're playing. So. But I feel like we've definitely prepared well inside and stuff like that.
So Wednesday was 70 degrees, and Dr. Christine Kelly had posted a video of the team practicing out on the turf.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of practicing inside, how have you guys been trying to get outside to train as much as you can?
Well, just any day that it's been nice and the field has been available, we've been going down. And even some guys, whether it's team scheduled or not, like we'll find some time to get down there just to make the most out of like whatever nice weather we have. So we've been kind of just heading down there as much as we can, just to stay in the swing of things so we don't get all locked up in the gym, kind of out of sync.
So spring break, the team heads down to Florida. It's a big chunk of the season while you're down in Florida.
A fourth of it, yeah.
How important is that for the team?
It's huge because you play every day, which you don't get to do once you're back up here in New England. So if you hit a roll and actually just play well and everything's going good, it's good to come home with some wins under your belt instead of maybe starting off lousy and coming back with not as much confidence and just a feel for the game. Like once you go down there, you play, I think it's 11 games in 10 days, so it's definitely not a spring break, but it's fun, and you gotta get in the swing of things. So once you get rolling down there, it's pretty easy to wake up in nice weather every day and go out and play.
So the offense looking strong heading into the season. The one question that we have is, how is that pitching staff looking?
Yeah, no, it definitely is a big question right now, but it's not as big of a question as we thought it would be. A lot of guys are stepping up and looking to compete for that second starter role and even a third, and then the weekday games, which are also important, because if you're winning the weekday games with a good staff out there, it's going to lead you into some confidence rolling into the weekend with all the conference matchups. But it's looking good. I don't think we're as worried as we should be with pitching, because I think our offense can carry the load a lot, and then I think we got some guys that can go out there and really just do their thing and just hopefully keep us in some games, and we can see what we can do with the bats.
11 freshmen on the team. How are they looking so far?
They look young, but there's a few pitchers that will contribute. But other than that, they're definitely young. They seem like they need to get the hang of it a little bit, but we're so heavy in the sophomore junior area that I feel like that's where it all is rooted from. And then we have some good seniors too, so it's somewhat balanced, but we definitely have, I feel like, our bulk of our guys in the sophomore junior range. But definitely some good team chemistry, so I like the freshmen came in, they're all good kids, and then we just had our chemistry a little bit from just playing together, the older kids, so it's looking good.
All right, well, Connor, thanks for joining us today. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
The baseball team hits the field next Tuesday, taking on Clark University at 4 p.m. Coming up, we have your Weekend Outlook. Winter sports wrap up this weekend with both swimming and diving teams competing in the NCAA Diving Regionals. The men's basketball team moves on in the LEC tournament. They'll face UMass Boston tonight in the semifinal matchup at Eastern Connecticut State, with the finals taking place tomorrow night. Spring sports hit the ground running with the men's lacrosse team taking on RPI at home on Saturday. That matchup starts at 1. And the baseball team hits the field on Tuesday. They head to Clark University with the opening pitch at 4 p.m. And the men's lacrosse team returns to their home turf on Tuesday to face Western New England University at 4 p.m. And the women's lacrosse team kicks off their season at home on Wednesday against MIT at 4. And as always, you can catch all the Keene State action through the Owl Athletics website. Just go to KeenOwls.com, click on the Game Day tab, then select Live Broadcasts. Again, that's KeenOwls.com, Game Day, then Live Broadcasts. That'll do it for us this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Mahan, and we'll all be back next week for another edition of Inside Owl Athletics.